Good Saturday evening. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're still tracking quite a bit of lightning, and we've had a few thunderstorms out there, but we had that radar indicated tornado warning from 5 to 5:30 in Posey County. No confirmed touchdowns or damage from that. There's a look at the alert day, and we have some encouraging news. We're going to check in with the Storm Prediction Center, and I'll take this full in a moment. If you have any rain reports or anything you want to report, go ahead and chime on in. And we'll have more coming up on 14 News at 10. Look, the Storm Prediction Center just outlined we were in this 2% criteria. This just updated a couple of minutes ago. So we've been removed in the language there from the tornado threat. Now, we're going to keep the alert day in until midnight. I'll take this full here. We do have the flood watch. We have some pretty good storms up there right now. The potential for a couple of flash flood warnings are all generally east of Interstate 165, just outside of our viewing area. So it still means ingredients are favorable for flooding. Jeanette, Denise, Nancy, Jeff Miller, 1.55 since midnight. So he's added, Jeff in Savad and Western Posey County, has added 5,500 since the 2:30 stream, if my math is correct. Jeff, you can correct me if you'd like. And Lucas, you can send pictures in via our 14 First Alert weather app. We did have some nasty looking clouds. Yeah, appreciate that down in Providence, Kentucky. But no reports of any damage. We do have this flooding threat, and generally I think this is going to start to ease as we go into the overnight, and then on Sunday, those flooding threats are going to be removed. And also from the Storm Prediction Center, look, I'm looking at this along with you guys because it just updated. They've updated 3 or 4 times today. So a level 1 threat mainly across western Kentucky for some damaging winds for southwest Indiana and southern Illinois. The severe weather threats have eased a bit. So we're going to kind of let the alert time fade. Last time we did have that tornado threat. And then that's off the board and the damaging winds threat. So this is encouraging news. And then as we go into next week, a relatively quiet pattern. And then here, let's included Sunday. So those threats are generally most of the South Carolina and then Augusta, Georgia, along the Savannah there. Otherwise, we could see a few gusty thunderstorms, pretty typical when they fire up during the afternoon. And then I think we're going to evolve into a fair amount of sunshine. I called up the Twin Bridges cam here. It's been pretty slow north and southbound. I even saw some hazard lights there. Looks like still some pretty good amounts or some steady bands of rain, which will bring you up to date here on Doppler radar. And then a sky vision look out towards USI, out towards the west side of Evansville. So Doppler radar is up, and we still have quite a bit of lightning. As you get into Spotsville, we had our generators on. We just eased those, and then into Rio, Rockport, Newburgh. Then as you get up towards Stanley in those areas, in Davis County, kind of along US Highway 60, out towards Rio and Rockport, and then some lightning down through Hartford and Beaver Dam. And pretty good cell there in Muhlenberg County, where you have some lightning there east there of Central City, and down through Russellville into just west there of Bowling Green, some pretty good clips of lightning. So Madisonville, Otten, Seabury, as you get up to Dixon, this is primarily just rain. Then back to Calhoun, that shower has eased just a bit. So we're going to just do a little nowcasting here on Doppler radar. So if you have any rainfall reports, I know coming up at 10, I'm going to go back and show the rain over the last 24 hours. So Central City to Drakesboro, in my view, that's the strongest storm, still sub-severe, that we have on the board along 431 from Drakesboro. There in Burger Block country. Then as you head out west there of Rochester Dam, Wysox, and then into southern stretches there, Highway 85, Centertown, east of Island, and out towards Hartford. And then on the velocity tables, we've had these low circulation reports of funnel clouds. When they're off the surface, they're absolutely harmless. However, you don't see any tight couplets or anything like that. That's encouraging. So we'll just make a few more stops here, and then I'll take you through the next few hours, and then we'll put you out to the extended forecast. And the largest hail we saw was up in Posey County earlier, aloft. As you got up when they had that radar indicated tornado warning between 5 and 5:30, and a pretty good hail core a little later in western Davis County. So It's still, we have a Central City Drakesboro again. That, in my view, is the strongest storm there on the board. And you do have some hail generally aloft. I don't think this is generally, we're not risk for severe hail or anything like that. So that's the latest there. And let's run the radar. Newburgh, you get out towards Chandler, Highway 62, Ohio Township. Then as you work east of Spotsville, right along the Green River, Hatfield, some lightning there that's collected, kind of astride the Ohio River there. And then as you get out towards Newman and those areas, and I think I've looped the radar here. It's generally these showers are plowing from the northwest, the south, and east. Here is a wider view. So a lot of lightning. The highest risk area was down through Tennessee, and they just fired a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado tag. So I might have to go back to the TV side if that goes over. We'll take a look there at that warning. So they just fired a severe thunderstorm warning for that. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to just alert the guys there and back. Gentlemen, we'll just have to keep an eye on that one storm there in Muhlenberg County. So I might have to go over to the TV side, just a heads up. Heads up. So that I'm going to go in and just tighten this up. The severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see what just popped here.
Are we good to turn generators off?
Yes, we're good to.
Both of them?
Yes. Yeah, okay. All right. So we just turned our generators off. We're going to go back in and take a look here at this one storm. So I might have to hop back on the TV side there. We'll take a look at that warning. So it's a severe thunderstorm warning. We just highlighted that area there down through Greenville and then into Central City. So that has a potential tornado tag on it. We'll just tighten that up here we'll just tighten this up here in a moment. And then we might have to go back in and cover that here over Dateline. So I'm just kind of taking a look at that. There's that warning just from Greenville as you go and we just highlighted that area. So we're going to keep an eye on that. This is a severe thunderstorm warning from Hartford, Beaver Dam, and those locations. And then back through Hartford and then into Owensboro. So go ahead and we can query this particular warning and we'll see what pops up on this. Again, we just talked about the circulation there. It's a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado tag possible. Central City, Greenville, as you go down through Penrod and these locations, covering Greenville up to about Central City. That's where the heaviest rates of rainfall are. So that's a look there at that warning. So I'm just going to keep this brief here. This will be clearing and we'll take a look at that warning, but I'm going to be prepared to go over on the TV side for that warning. And if we pick up the streaming, we'll catch it back at the wall. So if we go wall to wall, because it does have the orange polygon, there is the potential there for a tornado on that. So I'll be back to cover that, and then we'll have more coming up at 14 News there at 10. We will talk to you soon.